How you doing, good people? This is the 8-Bit Animal. And Konami. Konami had one of the better runs on the NES. Except for one thing. Konami left a lot of money on the table by not giving us a lot of the games that they didn't give us. There was a lot of really good stuff that got left in Japan or didn't make it out of Europe, stuff like that. And today's game is an example of a really interesting game, really cool concept that kind of got left by the wayside because Castlevania was popping at the time and they were readying the release of Simon's Quest here in the States. Simon's Quest and the people who hate it versus the people who love it. Different story for another day. But yeah, here we are. Today, we're going to take a look at Getsu Fuuma Den. Now, Getsu Fuuma Den puts you in the role of Fuuma, one of the 3 Getsu brothers, who a demon breaks out of hell and wants to take over the world. The Getsu brothers decide we're gonna use our family heirloom wave swords to beat back this demon. It don't go so well, and they're killed in battle, and the swords are taken back to the demon world. Fuuma goes on a quest into the demon world to retrieve those swords, call back the spirits of his lost brothers, and use them and the swords to help him defeat the Demon King. That all sounds really, really cliche when you think about fantasy games and demons and all that stuff. And for the most part, a lot of what you get story-wise could be seen as cliche. The thing is, this game, as far as gameplay and sprite work, a lot of it ain't really. This is its own monster, literally. Some of the character sprites, the enemy sprites rather, are a lot. They're a lot. You got these grotesque floating heads and zombies and these weird creatures that spit bubbles at you, and then the bosses are a bunch of skulls and collections of bones and tissue, and yeah, a lot of it is really grotesque, but not so much that it'll turn you off in a 1987 way. And I mean, aside from all that, this is a really heavy adventure game, really heavy action RPG. Lots of having to interact with townspeople and shop owners and things like that to buy items and to get clues on where to go next. There are these dungeons that have these interesting behind your character close-up perspectives that when you get to a particular point in a stage, they transition to a side-scrolling level, and then yeah, it's a lot going on, but it works for what it is. And to say this game came out in '87 and dropped around the same time as stuff like Goonies 2 and Simon's Quest, this wasn't a bad game, and it's a shame that we didn't get it here in the US. I have a copy on a multi-cart of Konami stuff that we didn't get here in the States. And yeah, that multi-cart has about 25 games on it. I'm sure there were more than that, but Konami did what Konami had to do at that time. Now I feel like Konami would be more than willing to lob all of this out there in the wild, which is why Getsu Fuuma Den kinda has a pseudo sequel out in the wild right now. Here's to hoping that one day it shows up on PlayStation consoles, because right now it's exclusive to the Switch and PC. So here's to hoping. But yeah, if you decide you want to get a copy of Getsu Fuuma Den, trying to get the original game, you will run into two problems. One, it's pretty much exclusive to Famicom, except in the instance of you getting a repro cart. And two, unless you get a repro cart that's been from a ROM that's been patched, it's full of kanji. It's full of Japanese. If you don't read Japanese, you're gonna be stuck out. So if you just want to get a Famicom cart, one, make sure you have something you can play it on. Two, it's text heavy. Make sure that you can read Japanese. Otherwise, you can get a repro cart that has English patched in, or you can just track down a ROM, or you can get the remake / sequel Getsu Fuuma Den Undying Sun. It's a beautiful video game. That one is pretty grotesque, but it's a beautiful video game. And yeah, I'm always a proponent of trying some stuff out. It might not be something you played before. Give it a shot. Trying a new thing is what makes life worth living, you know? But this has been the 8-Bit Animal, and I'll catch you beautiful people tomorrow. Tomorrow. Aw, look at that little ninja baby killing yokai. That's so precious.